a takedown. Alright? Yes guys, a takedown. I don't do too many of those, okay? I'm a Jiu Jitsu guy, I'm really good at Jiu Jitsu, but I'm not very great at judo or wrestling, okay? So it's important to use judo and wrestling in Jiu Jitsu, they're very useful, but I usually only am going to stand up and do takedowns if it's very advantageous for me to do so. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little setup that actually just happened to me last night. I thought it was really cool, so I'll show it to you guys. Okay, I'll borrow Tracy for this. Alright guys, so we've been playing lots of 50-50, right? And this should be revision for you guys, okay? So last night I was doing takedown, so stagger stance. Alright guys, from here, okay? So last night I went for the underhook takedown matrix, okay? The matrix entry into 50-50 or the takedown entry, okay? So I went for it, right? You guys can set it, okay, sorry. You guys are going to set it up like this, okay? I did it in no gi, so I wasn't using any grips, but since we're in gi, we're going to use some grips, okay? So you get the underhook, right? And then you get the cross sleeve, okay? I put my knee behind her knee, then I kick behind her armpit to get her to base onto the floor, okay? Make sure you have her shin on top of your torso or on your shoulder, okay? Because when her weight's on me, right, it makes her leg very light. And if her weight's on the ground, right, she can be very heavy. Okay, so I want to keep her weight on top of me. Okay, so this is what happened, guys. So I crossed my foot over her hamstrings to go for the 50-50, right? But Tracy pulls her knee out, forward, yes, like this, okay? And Tracy's trying to get up to stand up and get away from me. Okay, so just get up and get away. Okay, so that's essentially what Tracy was, or what my opponent was trying to do. So this is how I countered it. Okay, so first I get her to this position. As Tracy's pulling her knee out, okay, I sit up and I grab a body lock. Okay, now Tracy's gonna keep standing up. Okay, so I'm gonna stand up with Tracy, and then I'm gonna land behind Tracy with a body lock here. Okay. Now from this position, right? So normally I don't like to wrestle, but like from this position, I've got all the advantages, right? So it's very easy to take your opponent down if you get to this position. Okay, so with my body lock, I'm just going to do a basic body lock takedown. Most of you guys should probably know this, but I'll just explain quickly just how the body lock takedown works. Okay, so with the body lock takedown, guys, with my body lock here, you can use an S grip, a gable grip, or you can even just grab your wrist. Okay, it's up to you. I'm just going to use an S grip for this one. And what I'm doing, guys, is I'm going to block one side of her hip. Okay, so for this one, I'm just going to block Tracy's right side. And with my arm, what I'm kind of doing is like I'm levering down and I'm clamping her. I'm clamping her hip here, so it makes her hip very tight and immobile. Okay, guys. So what happens with the body lock takedown? If you imagine, okay. When I'm taking a side step, guys, okay, for me to side step, I need to move my foot, right, to get base, okay? If I try to move without moving my foot, I'm gonna fall over, okay? So this is essentially what happens in the body lock takedown, is that someone's blocking your hip from doing this, okay? So I'm gonna block Tracy's hip and I'm gonna walk sideways, okay? Tracy's, because her hip's blocked, she's not gonna have much base here. So if I'm walking sideways, it's very easy for me to take Tracy down to the floor. Okay? Once you take her down to the floor, we're just gonna get to side control here and hold. Okay, guys? So one more time to set up. Okay? From matrix, okay? I get underhook, cross sleeve, hide my knee behind her knee, kick behind her armpit to get her base on the floor. Okay? As Tracy starts to get up, I'm gonna shoot and get a body lock and stand up with her. Okay? And now I'm just gonna clamp down on the side of her hip, put my ear against her back, and I'm gonna start walking sideways. Get her to the floor, pull her into side control. Alright guys, anyone wanna see that again? Any questions? Alright, cool, let's grab our partners. 3, 2, 1. Okay guys. anytime ever, right? If your opponent turns their back to you, you can just run up and like whatever position you are, you can just attack the back, right? So whenever your opponent turns their back on you, you don't think about the 50 steps to do this move, right? You can just jump on their back. Okay? If they give you an opportunity, you gotta capitalize it. Okay? Now, that being said, guys, I want to talk about a couple of points that people were a little bit confused about. Alright, when I get to this position, guys, okay, some of you find it hard to sit up because this leg was stuck. Okay, so if this leg is stuck, right? So the reason I did this move was because this leg was loose and it got out. Okay, I actually want this leg to be stuck here. Because if this leg's stuck here, okay, I can start to use this to take it back. Okay, put my hooks in, do lots of other stuff. Right? So if that leg's stuck in there, that's fine. That's what you want. Right? The scenario is like if they were trying to get out and they got that knee free. Okay, so you don't have to hold on. It's just for the drill. Don't hold on to this leg. If I hold on to this leg, it makes it very hard for him to take that out, obviously, right? I actually want him to take the leg out. So take the leg out, and I can just run up with him, okay? Because his back's exposed to me, I can just jump on his back at any time. Alright guys? Does that make sense? Okay, cool. Alright, now we're gonna move on to